Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Classic Elite Reviews. My name is Tony from the ClassicElite.com Retro and Modern Video Game Podcast. Today I'm reviewing the game Beyond Good and Evil HD for the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network. Now this game was developed and published originally by Ubisoft in 2003, and this is the HD re-release for modern day consoles, the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and it's a digital distribution copy for the Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. By now, gamers must have at least heard of this game, either because they've played it and loved it, or they did not play it and they've been dying to make up for their mistake. Well, good news, the time is finally here, and Ubisoft has re-released this HD version to the public, and we're reviewing that one today. Now, there's always important questions with any re-release of any title. Is it playable today? Does this game surpass the walls of time and technology and still capture you today as it once did then? Well, the short answer for this game is yes, and I'm about to tell you why. First of all, the story of Beyond Good and Evil. This game was conceptualized by Michael Ancel, the creator of Rayman, and his goal was to, quote, pack a whole universe onto a single CD, mountains, planets, towns. The idea was to make the player feel like an explorer with a sense of absolute freedom. And I would say definitely for the time that this game was made, he accomplished this pretty well. It's a very unique game and deserves a playthrough from any gamer. Now I don't want to ruin too much of the story if you've not played it, but I'll just tell you a little bit of the beginning and let you discover the rest. First of all, you play as Jade, a female photojournalist with a big heart and a big stinking stick. You not only control Jade with her fighting skills, but also with her photography. She takes photos for the Science Journal to help them record species of the planet, and this camera becomes an integral part of the game as you uncover a conspiracy that I don't want to ruin for you. This game takes place in the year 2435 on the mining planet of Hillies, and the Doms are an alien force that are trying to take over the planet by repeated attacks, and they use spores to convert the inhabitants of the planet and make them into their slaves. Now this planet also has a police type force called the Alpha Section that seems to always arrive a bit late to the party, and they definitely seem a little shady. Although they promise security, there's definitely something fishy about the Alpha Section. So Jade lives in a lighthouse. She protects orphans who have been left alone because of the Dom's attacks, and she kind of gets pulled into the investigation by this group known as the Iris Network, just to uncover the plot and the conspiracy of the game. That's all I'm going to say about the story, and you can discover the rest when you play this game for yourself. Now, as far as gameplay goes, to me, gameplay is where this game sets itself apart from the pack. It has a very unique gameplay, to say the least. Beyond Good and Evil mixes together a ton of gameplay elements while presenting them all in a very well and simple to understand interface. All of this transfers very well into the modern day gaming scene. It's a very cinematic third-person action game. It's single player and it combines puzzle solving, minor RPG elements, and very smooth gameplay. You're partnered with Paige. It's a pig that you often need in combat and puzzle solving, and you'll be very happy that you have this AI counterpart throughout the game. Just to think that this game was released 8 years ago is amazing, because it's way ahead of its time with gameplay and presentation. And because of that, gamers from today can jump right in. You'll find yourself pulled right into the story of action and pace of this game as you travel to different environments. You'll battle bosses and even use vehicles to accomplish your needs. Gameplay is where this game really shines. Although it's not a super long game, you're going to enjoy every moment of the ride. This game also includes a great save system throughout the game. You use these disc stations and they work very well. They're there after most major accomplishments in the game, and it's not frustrating. You know, I remember a lot of the games from the last console generation, and they were very frustrating with their save states and save points, and this game got it down pat perfectly. Now, as far as graphics are concerned with this new re-release in this HD version, it's going to be the section that people talk about the most. Well, gamers are going to enjoy a treat for their eyes, especially on an HD TV. The graphics of this game have been overhauled for a sharp picture in every part of the game, and this game looks really good, as you can see in these screens here in HD. Now, a couple complaints I do have graphically are the occasional pop-ins and the occasional camera angle glitch, but overall these are pretty minor and only happen occasionally throughout the game. You do have to remember this game was made in 2003, so there's that definite last generation graphical feel, but with the upgrade to HD it definitely looks great, even on some of today's games, even compared to some of today's games. Now, as far as the controls go, the controls are probably my largest gripe of the game, not from the perspective of fighting or action in the game, but mainly from the control of the character and camera model. Now, the camera angle controls are the only ones that you can customize in the game, and no matter what combinations I tried as far as the camera angles were were concerned, the controls for the camera just kind of felt backwards. That being said, though, I did realize that I was used to more customizable controls, and I had to remember what it was like last generation. So I just stuck with it, and after about 30 minutes of gameplay, I was really back into the swing of the controls and doing just fine with the camera angles. So I guess that was only a minor gripe. Now, the plus side of the controls is the amazing way that the game is set up. It's made to pull you into the experience and flow just right with the controls, and it does just that. The controls are very simple, and some people will complain about this, but I really love that it allowed me to focus on the story and the game rather than the controls. It's simple: one button run, one button fight, one button to use your AI partner for help, one button to restore health, and it just was really simple, and that's a big plus from the control side of the game, and once you play this you'll really realize why. So, the ultimate question: do I recommend you buying this re-release, Beyond Good and Evil HD? Well, from here at Classic Elite, that is a resounding yes. This is one of the best games that was definitely overlooked in the last generation. It's been completely remastered with HD graphics, and it also has now achievements or trophies and online leaderboards. This is the ultimate edition of Beyond Good and Evil, and you will not be disappointed. You can buy it on Xbox Live Arcade now, and it's soon to be released on the PlayStation Network. If you missed this one in the last console generation, or if you just wanted to play through it again in HD, either way, it's worth picking up Beyond Good and Evil HD today.